Hey VC, it's Danny. Got some VCLT here. It's more than a long time coming. I've been sitting on this for way too long. My apologies to Chad over at Horrorbiz who sent this my way. And my thanks, my endless thanks. Chad sent me an incredible package. Just a sizable haul here. So I posted on the Facebook YouTube vinyl community page a while ago. Let me turn this down a little bit. Asking for advice on having sealed records shipped to you. I had just won a sealed record on eBay, and I was a little concerned about it showing up in good shape. And a bunch of people gave me some really good advice. And one thing Chad said was that, you know, when he sells and ships records online, that he always puts the record outside the cardboard sleeve, inside the outer sleeve. And so I messaged him and I was like, so you sell records, you know, let me know where they are, I'd like to take a look. And he clued me into the fact that he has a his own record label where he puts out records, and which is very exciting. I had no idea. And if you're not following Chad, Horrorbiz, all one word, HORRORBIZ, one of the best channels in the VC. Chad's taste is impeccable. His collection is phenomenal. Most, you know, for most people in the VC, I'm content to watch their videos, but I admit I kind of fantasize about getting to look through Chad's collection sometimes, because just the stuff that must be in there. Anyway, let me get on with it. Chad was incredibly gracious. He said, let me know a few things you're interested in. I'll send them along. So I picked out a couple things I thought were really interesting, because everything he puts out is really interesting. And he sent me an incredibly generous package with way more than I had highlighted. One of the first things I got, which I did say would be really cool, is this Day of the Dead single. This is an original release single. Chad said I guess he traded for an entire box of them. With the Dead Walk, and The World Inside Your Eyes, you know, just classic horror synth soundtrack, which really sums up the contents of the box. But this was so cool to get, and so exciting. Here's another 7-inch that Chad puts out that he just sent my way. The Horror of Bexteth Hill, music by Repeated Viewing. I want to say the cover artwork that Chad gets on this stuff. By the way, the name of the label is Lunaris Records. I want that to focus. That needs to focus. Lunaris Records. It's mostly horror-based stuff. Lots of synth soundtracks, and a decent portion of it is actually kind of soundtracks for imagined films. I think that's what this is. But just great, moody, creepy, but groovy kind of synth soundtracks. Also, they're all mastered for vinyl by this guy James Plotkin, I noticed, and kudos James, because it all sounds fantastic on vinyl. And kudos to you, Chad, for going the extra mile to make sure that this stuff is really taken care of and treated correctly, and supposed to be on vinyl, and it all shows. The care you put into all this stuff is just, it really blows me away. Here's a cassette here, soundtrack to The Barn. This one's still sealed. I haven't opened this up, but my wife, of course, immediately recognized it, knew exactly what it was. So yeah, excited to get into this one, by Rocky Gray. This is what's on right now, Rage, by Matt Akers. Now this is one that I think is kind of an imagined soundtrack for a police procedural, maybe. Yes, a well-crafted synth soundtrack for an imagined police procedural slasher film based on the original Night Stalker. It's great. It's just great stuff. I certainly hope that he got some work off of the strength of this. Again, mastered by James Plotkin. Little things like the care that has been taken, that all the credits are done, as film credits, and they're just, great inserts, whole write-up. It's so clearly not, Chad described it as a DIY effort, but you'd never know it from the quality of these releases. Here's another one, which I actually still haven't gotten into. Repeated Viewing, The Beach House. This is another Repeated Viewing being the name of the group. Another kind of imagined horror soundtrack. And one of the coolest things about these imagined soundtracks is they're structured as if a real film took place. The Beach House finale. Now I may be speaking out of turn, actually. I'm not 100% sure if this is really a soundtrack to an indie film or not. But regardless, if it's not a real film, the illusion is so deep. Sorry, Chad, I'm not doing enough research. But just great stuff. Really, really great stuff. And here was one that I requested that Chad send to me. This is the soundtrack to Troll 2 by Carlo Maria Cordio, an Italian composer. Troll 2, somewhat notorious, as being referred to by some people as the worst movie of all time, though it was a film that I saw on a family vacation as a kid. It just scared the hell out of me, and the images from the film stayed in my nightmares for years. It's got this great reversible inner sleeve cover. The artwork that Chad is putting together is just fantastic. Really great. Who did the artwork on this? Devin Whitehead, who I believe does a lot of horror stuff. I think I've heard that name before. But regardless, beautiful, fantastic artwork. There's a great interview here, conducted by Chad with Carlo Maria Cordio, which is great. Again, just the richness of these releases really blew me away. And then, of course, the music itself is just fantastic. Italian horror soundtrack. This one's on Slime Green, which is incredibly appropriate for the film. Troll 2, again on Lunaris Records, our own Chad's record label. Just again, Chad, I can't thank you enough. So incredibly generous and just so incredibly cool. The quality of these releases is amazing. And yeah, I'm blown away. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. It was way too cool of you. On top of all of that, a few extra goodies thrown in here. Some postcards for some of their other releases. Della Morte, Street Trash. He's put out the soundtrack to Night of the Demons, Witchboard, on a 7-inch record. I mean, it's just great stuff. And even the promo is information packed and thoughtfully designed. And again, he threw in the CD for Street Trash here. I don't know. It's just great. And on top of all of that, Chad also publishes zines by the cartoonist Johnny Ryan, who is not for the faint of heart, but an incredible, incredible cartoonist. Just I don't know if how much I'm gonna show here because it gets a little intense. Um, but Johnny Ryan is just a fantastic cartoonist, and kind of I think to call him a shock cartoonist is to sell him short and to cheap out on his work, which is, but he certainly values freedom of speech. Um, just awesome stuff. This was so cool of Chad to send this along. Yeah, man. I can't thank you enough. I'm totally blown away by your generosity and by everything you do and how great it all is. Thank you so much, man. I'm slowly putting something together to send back to you, and hopefully I'll be quick about it. I'm sorry it took me so long to make this video, but thank you again, man. Yeah, thank you so much. And guys, check out Lunaris Records. If you haven't, somehow check out Horrorbiz, check out Chad's channel. Lots and lots of great stuff there. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Hopefully we'll be back soon with some more videos.